Welcome back. Just want to do a follow-up on the reed grafts. I procrastinated a little bit, or rather just waited a little bit longer to take this video. I wanted to do it every 3 weeks, but not much has happened after the second 3 weeks on 6 weeks total. So now I've extended the update a little bit. These trees are grafted. I did 12 initially on the 26th of the 5th, and there's been quite a bit of progress here on them. So just pan out, I've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 left out of the 12. Some are looking really good and others are not looking so great, but we'll give them all a good fighting chance. There's one that I didn't wrap properly, and he died like within the first 2 weeks. He just got black, the scion, and he died. So some of these grafts, I took the wrapping off. Someone asked me if I take the wrapping off after a while. It's the parafilm, and I said that it's not necessary to take it off. As you can see over here, this is, I'll just get it on that angle. So basically this one I left about 6 leaves at the bottom, and I just decapitated the tree there, and I did a small little, you can see underneath the parafilm there, just did a small V graft, and through the parafilm there I can see I've got nice contact on the one side, and if I turn it around I can see through the parafilm there I've also got contact on the other side. And then I had small little bud in the previous video on the 3-week update, a small little bud that showed that it wanted to push, and it's gone this far. So this is a successful graft. There's the new growth of the reed leaves up there, and so there we've got one successful one. Over here I've got another one. Here I took the parafilm off, just very gently with a sharp blade. Cut it over, and I took it, peeled it off. He's also alive. I'm just going to see if I take this. I'm going to have to quickly pause and just take that off, and let's see what the graft union looks like. Alright, so there's the little graft union. It was a small scion, and just going to try and, the light's not great, but yeah, it's healed there on the one side, and over on the other side we've also got contact and a little bit of callus tissue, and the graft's looking good. It's alive, and so we've got 2. This is another one that I've kept the parafilm on. Also a little V graft, and apologies for the bad camera work. And so there's that one. He's starting to push through the beautiful thunder we're having. Gonna get some more rain, some storms. That's shaking the whole house. Yeah, that one's starting to push out. That's 3 in the back there. We've got another one. You can see the V graft, it's healed on both sides quite nicely, and it's pushed out. I also took the parafilm off just out of curiosity. There's a little V graft that I did the same day, and didn't take the parafilm off, but it's obviously healed and it's pushed out quite nicely. Here's the strongest one of the bunch. This is on a Zutana rootstock. You can see, just look at all head growth, how that graft is completely popped out of the parafilm. I mean, there was nothing up to there, and then the bud pushed through, and now it's growing, and it's actually now higher than than the actual tree there. And so that was the method in my madness to do these side grafts, because it was in winter. Wanted to keep leaves to photosynthesize and give energy to this graft. And all I did was, throughout all the little new buds that came on this tree, I just clipped them out, and it really worked. So now all I'm going to do, as this cluster of leaves are growing higher than the highest point, I'm just going to take it a little bit further back, and it looks like that. So it's basically in winter when I graft in, this is like marginal gains. So I don't want to take off all the leaves over there, because I still want these leaves to work for me. But now these leaves will start working for itself, and these leaves of the older region of the rootstock will also start putting energy in it. So I'll take that top section away, so that now the apical dominance immediately starts pushing stronger into this, and this will even grow faster and faster. And we're 2 months away from spring, and then hopefully that graft will make it quite nice. And then eventually I'll take it down further all the way here, and I can just support the graft to the little piece of stem that I've got left, and I'll seal that, and eventually that'll die down to about that point, and then hopefully by that time the tree is quite a bit bigger. So I'll just seal that wound that I've just made. I'm going to do it now. I'll just finish the recording. So yeah, there we've got that one. Then there's another one here that's alive. The scion's green inside. There are swollen buds. It's not the fastest growing one, but I'm not giving up on it quite yet. Another one like that. This is a slow one. There's green on the inside. I'm actually going to take the parafilm off quickly. I'm just going to pause here, and then let's see what this one looks like. All right, so this one actually looks really good. You can see we've got nice. I'm sure the thunder is quite hectic. You can see there we've got nice callus tissue. Having real troubles focusing. Just turn this plant around a little bit. Small little graft. A bit over on the other side. Nice callus tissue, and it's healed quite nicely, this one, so it's looking good. Then there's this one, freaky one. He's just shot out with flower buds, and a little bit of leaves. Let's just remove this. So quite interesting. I'm just going to also take that parafilm off quick. And so you can see, I'm not going to take that off all the way, but you can see nice callus tissue on that side, and just these reed flowers pushed out. So this is another, I think it's safe to say that this is a successful graft, and we had contact on both ends. So that's looking good for this one. And so I wanted to do this already, but I thought I'd do it, just keep it for the video. So a lot of people said that it's not good to graft with budwood that's got flower buds on, but it will always send out leaves, and all you do, and not much energy lost. All I'm doing at this stage, these flowers are only about 3 weeks old, and I'll just go in now carefully with a scissor, and I'll take out those flower buds. And there's one in the back. I can just break him off, and so there's my leaves, and now all that energy that would have gone into those flowers, that those leaves will just shoot out now. And and hopefully become a tree. So here's another one like that. Just going to take this parafilm off. You can see at the bottom the parafilm has started to crack open as the callus tissue started to develop. This is a strong graft by the looks of things. I'm going to just take this off and let's see what it looks like. While I'm at it, I might as well just quickly snip the flowers off. There's some more flowers in the back. Just careful. Take them off, and now I've got my leaves. That energy will now go into the leaves growth. There's a little new bud coming out on the rootstock. Just going to go in, snip that off. I must say the lights that it's been growing under is really amazing. These trees are growing more than the trees that's outside in the cold and the winter and the wet. So yeah, grow lights are really an awesome thing. It works well. So I'm just going to quickly take that parafilm off and let's see what that graft union looks like. Right, and so like I said, it's really not necessary to remove the parafilm like I've done, but this is purely just to show that it can be left, like with that graft over there that's successful. Can be left, but it can also be removed if you really wanted to. And so this graft, I'm not going to remove the original ones that I've wrapped over the scion. I'm just scared that if I just going to take this leaf off, if I mess with it too much, that I might pull the graft scion away from the rootstock. But I've got nice callus tissue over there, and it's really, you can even see how it's swelling up, the callus tissue there. And this is a successful graft, really successful graft. This is also on a Zutano rootstock. So the two Zutano rootstocks that I had are definitely the two strongest grafts of the lot. So quite happy with that. And the others are all alive. Up until now, I've lost 1 out of the 12. It's the best success rate that I've had so far. It's usually about 2 or 3 out of every 5 that makes it. And at this stage, I've only lost 1 out of the original 12. I have done 1, 2, 3, or around about 4, just potted them up. They were in small pots, carefully took them out, put them in a little bit of bigger pots, because I was worried that they might be a little bit too much root bound, which they were. There was a little bit of root rot in some of them. I'm not watering them. I'm trying to keep the soil quite dry. So obviously they don't need to use too much water at this stage, because there's not a lot of foliage. There's new buds on the inside. Let's go and scratch them out. Try and send all the energy into little graft unions. So that's about it. That's the update for the 12 reed grafts that I've done in the middle of winter. We 2 months and we entering spring, and yeah, very excited. I think let's take this one out, the strongest one. Let's see what this graft union looks like if I open it up. All right, so it's looking good. A really smooth cut there, and really healed over quite nicely. Some growth on the rootstock, just to pinch out. Over there, some more buds trying to grow. Let's swing it around. It's looking good. This is a really strong graft. Apologies for the bad camera work. My lighting's not good. Trying to make the best of it. Yeah, this graft has yielded really nice. This is the graft that I've had the most success with. Is just this side graft or veneer graft. I'm not sure the correct terminology, but this really works. Keeping a little bit of foliage here, and doing this side approach. Don't think it's called an approach graft, but it's just a veneer, probably just called a veneer graft. There's a nice bud pushing now on the reed scion, and off he's gonna go, hopefully to be planted in my garden and produce some reed within the next 3 to 4 years. What beautiful foliage. I mean, this is reed foliage is beautiful. That's really, really stunning foliage. Here's the younger ones. And but I understand now why people say that Zutano rootstocks are great, because the only 2 Zutano seeds that I had, I did these side grafts, and just look at how well they've fused, and look at that new growth. Nice, healthy new growth. Thank you for watching. I'll do an update again on the reed ones, reed grafts. If there's more that's going to die, I reckon it might be around about 3. So if we end up getting 9 out of the 12, that's also a huge bonus. So grafting can be done in winter if you keep the conditions right, if you sort of keep them indoors warm and not too wet. I think that keeping them too wet is a big risk. You just got to really, sometimes you, after 3-4 weeks, you think, oh, I gotta water them. They might die, but these I've watered these very little, and you can see the leaves are looking healthy on most of them, and they haven't really showed any signs of being dehydrated. So, and you can see on top the soil, I'm keeping it still moist underneath because it's inside, the sun doesn't really bake it. But yeah, so that's the update, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.